This is Rachel with Mama 4 Boys, and tonight we're going to be making this rotisserie turkey breast from Aldi's. So we're going to cook that up and put this in. I buttered my dish, my baking dish, and I'm going to put my turkey in there, and we're going to put this in the oven at 325 for an hour, and we'll be back. This is Rachel again, back with I forgot to season. I don't know the haste of making my video, so I'm going to put some kickin' chicken seasoning on this. I get mine at Sam's Club, but you can get it anywhere. And we are going to make add some of this, the blend salt, pepper, and garlic rub. And I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to start on some bread rolls. I'm ready. Okay, now we're going to get I'm going to do yeast rolls tonight. So we're going to get I'm going to do the dough in the bread maker. So I'm going to select dough. And I'm going to, here's a half a cup of water, warm water. Yeast doesn't like anything cold or anything too hot. This is half a cup of whole milk. Half a cup of whole milk.
We'll be right back, just 1 minute.
Okay, now I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of yeast.
And you already have your water and your milk in there, right?
Yes, I added a half a cup of whole milk and a half a cup of warm water.
Because yeast doesn't like cold water, right?
Right, it doesn't like cold water. And this is a half a cup of sugar. This is 2 eggs, lightly beaten. And your bread maker will do all the work, or you can use a KitchenAid. And here's a 1/4 cup of melted butter. And here's 4.5 cups of flour. I like to add my flour last into the bread maker so that it doesn't stick to the bottom, but well, I think some of it's not making into the actual thing, so.
Ready to help?
Okay, and now we're going to start the bread maker going, and it will warm up and proof our dough, and we'll be back to roll them out and get the rest of the dinner started. Okay, so now I'm going to make a roux, which is equal parts butter. So I have a half a stick of butter, and then I'm going to add a few tablespoons of flour and mix them together. And I'll be back when those are melted. You want to cook this roux for 2 or 3 minutes to get the taste of the raw flour away. Then we're going to add the same seasonings that we added to the turkey. We're going to add some kickin' chicken and some of that garlic and salt and pepper blend. And then this has been a rushed video because we had to pick our son up from work. So we're going to mix this up. Sorry for me crossing over. And adding in our chicken broth. If I had more time, I'd get the chicken broth from the turkey, which would be turkey broth, but either one's fine. Let's stir this up. We're going to put this on our back burner, and then doing this all backwards, I'm going to saute some carrots and onions and celery on this other burner here, so we'll be back. Okay, here's our celery, onion, and carrots. We have 4 carrots, some butter, an onion, and 3 ribs of celery. And there's our gravy cooking. I keep stirring it to get all the lumps out. Nobody wants lumpy gravy. I like it though. I like lumpy potatoes anyway. We're going to keep on working on this and we'll be back. Here's our yeast roll. Here is our yeast roll dough. It's rising nicely, and I'm gonna go roll these out. Okay, this is Rachel again.
Wait, it didn't say it started.
Okay. This is Rachel again. I'm rolling out these rolls. So what I do is I take a bit of the bread rolls and I just pinch them under. And they turn into nice looking bread rolls. And just these rolls can touch each other because when they rise, they can touch each other. If you want to put them, they'll touch each other anyway. It all depends how big you want them. This is how my bread rolls have risen, and now I'm going to brush them with butter. Now I'm adding butter to my bread rolls. I've let them rise for about 20 minutes in the pan. I do have to say this was a little ambitious for tonight. Well, I have a load of extra kids here, but that's alright, they'll all be fed. No one certainly has ever complained about going hungry in my house. So, okay, so here's the bread rolls, and I'm going to put them in the oven. So this is what I have going on. I'm going to add this to my turkey breast because I didn't add it with the gravy. When I was leaving, I should have waited to start cooking this. Those are our mashed potatoes, corn. We've added salt to the water. I also added a teaspoon of garlic to our, I think they call that the Holy Trinity. Okay, I'm mashing the potatoes, and I'm going to add half a stick of butter to them. And I don't have very much milk, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a container of Boursin. This is Boursin. I'm going to add this. I'm going to open it real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to mix this Boursin into my mashed potatoes. You can add, if you run out of milk, you can add cream cheese, sour cream, butter, a load of things. And instead of milk, so I have a little bit of milk there, probably half a cup. Turn off my corn. Corn doesn't need to cook that much. And Boursin, that's garlic and herb, so that will add a lot of flavor to our mashed potatoes. I'll keep mashing these and I'll be right back. We added another stick of butter, and this certainly is not a healthy meal, but it's Friday night, so I'll indulge a little bit on Friday night. And I think How many, what are there, 9 people in the house right now? 9 people in our house to eat this food. So. We'll be back.
It's
How do
very
you guys
good.
like this food?
It's very good. 10 out of 10.
It's super good. 10 out of 10.
The turkey
10 out
is
of 10.
exquisite.
Yeah. Very good.
Like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, these mashed potatoes.
The corn on the cob is very good.
Master Chef type of food.
Thank you.
No problem.